Hello and welcome back to my Let's Play of Valkyria Chronicles. I'm the procrastinator and have good news. So the last part, well, you will already know this, but it has matched up audio with the video, which is quite good. So I checked the next two parts and luckily there is no fight, spoiler alert, because there are quite some things we need to do. It still annoys me a little bit, but oh well. We will first start off by watching the last two scenes in this chapter, and then there is some side stuff and this little skirmish. So, let's go for Alert, War Correspondent.
You guys aren't with Squad 7 by any chance, are ya?
Yes, that's us.
Bingo! I've been looking for you. Meaning you, hot stuff, on the tank.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me,
That must make you Lieutenant Gunther, am I right?
Yeah. Yes, that's me.
Oopsie daisy.
What? Hey, you can't...
Ah, nice to meet you too. Now, let's get right to the questions. So, you're the son of the great General Gunther, huh? You look awfully young. How old are you anyway? Must be your first war, huh? What's been the hardest experience so far? Wait, happiest. Funniest. I'd also like to know hobbies, favorite foods, what you do on your days
hey,
off.
lady! This is a combat zone. Excuse me, but what are you doing here anyway?
Hey, give me a break, will ya? Scoops are near danger, and I'm near scoops. That's right. The name's Ellet. I'm GBS Radio's top woman reporter. I smell a story. A good story. And you guys are it.
So, you're a reporter?
Very good. I'm a reporter, yes. I've been assigned to Squad 7 to conduct a series of interviews. Thank you. Now, let's get back to those questions, shall we?
Okay, so this was our introduction to Alert, the war correspondent. She's actually very important in the game, but it will take quite some while until this becomes clear. And, well, now it's time to actually get to know two other people who we already have used, and who seem to be important because they give us CP, so it's time for Distrust.
Now he's giving interviews? Who does he think he is? Ooh, look at him. Son of some big hero. Please, he's still a schoolboy.
No kidding. One little win and he's the new Grand Duke. I hate kids. Whatever, he'll learn soon enough. Only one thing matters out there in the field. That's experience.
So, this was a rather short scene, and now we know that, well, Rosie and Largos do not seem to really trust Vulcan. And now normally a new chapter would appear. We would get into this chapter here, chapter 4. This chapter in between, there is a reason why it's here, and to do this we have to go to the headquarters. Yes. So, two new tabs would normally have been introduced: the War Cemetery and the Castle from Street. Let's go to the War Cemetery first, though.
Hello again, son. I'll teach you sniper support today. Use it to request backup from allied snipers to snipe us.
Well, normally if you come in here, Vulcan looks around and then the old man comes, are you paying your respect to someone? And what a foolish question. Vulcan answers, no, I think it's sobering standing among these people. The old man asks who he is, and Vulcan introduces himself, so the old man obviously knows his father. and offers Vulcan from now on to train him orders in exchange for experience. Vulcan asks who he is, but he just says, well, I'm a relic from the old war. And now we can use an absurdly amount of experience always to learn some orders. And sniper support is not that good, and 6,500 is still quite useful, so I will simply say no.
I see. I suppose it was too soon for you. I
Yeah,
hope we'll meet again. Should you
And so you can come in here now, every now and then, and use your experience to buy some orders. So we then went to the castle front street.
Hey! Dropping by to read the writing on the wall? That's a good man. Oh, and how about the new rising star of Squad 7, huh? I've heard some wild stories. You must be proud. I couldn't help but snipe him with a pop interview. You'll have to read it once I get it all drafted up.
So the thing is, she says a lot more if you come here the first time. The basic gist is, she has a gig on the radio, yet she still writes. But she does not publish her writing in a newspaper. She uses some kind of wall where she writes all her news uncensored, because she doesn't want the government to censor anything and sugarcoat it. So what you can do, so the first two things were Signs of Guardian Resistant and Flames of War's Web Europa. These were the two things you can read, and I'm not going to read this, I will simply keep this on the screen. So you can read this and no, I will give you enough time to stop. I'm not really checking out that you have enough time to read this on your own. So this is the first thing. And then we have the second thing here. Yeah, the Empire owned, blah blah blah. And this is the second thing. So she tells you a lot of things about how she doesn't like government censorship, and there is a little bit of substance, but I just told you this, the rest is just fluff around the substance.
So, come to make a donation to the Get Elliot's Name on a Book fund?
Yes, and we can donate money to her to her book, and you see there are currently 2 chapters, and we could only buy the first one at first, obviously, for 1,100. Elliot Embedded, and this is actually
Come back and see the writing on the wall again soon.
the chapter in between you just saw there. So I completely forgot what kind of things, especially
Welkin, bro.
what kind of things especially were developed here. So I cannot tell you whether or not it was a rifle or... Well, let me go through this a little bit slower. So here's the rifle, machine guns, Lancer, so everything is at level 3. In the next part, which played a little bit in the past, you will see the difference, and if you really want to know, you can look it up there, or maybe even on Wiki or on FAQ, not HQ. We got some upgrades here, some new parts, not the tickets, some new parts, and well, outfit the tank, change parts, and this is then how the tank looks currently. In the next, in the next fight, it won't look like this.
Come back again soon.
Because again, this is from the future, unfortunately. We also leveled up a few units here. So this is already 2 missions later, so the levels are a little bit higher. I think they were all about level 3 and 4. Most likely we have something like 4, 4, 3, 3, 3 for the next mission. So not that high. We also got new recruits. This is a squad. Okay, let's go with the squad barracks first, because I don't have to tell you this. So as you can see, we got 2 ZM MPs. This is actually a second one, so we will find another one who has an MP. And you see that both of them have bad aim, but are much stronger and have much less aim. The Room is actually a DLC weapon I got from a... Well, I will tell you a little bit later about Room more once we have seen it in action. I will not use this weapon, because you see it has an extremely high range. It's basically a combination of a scout rifle and an assault weapon. It's extremely useful, but I do not plan on using it. So currently we only have the mass-produced weapons. Exchanging these weapons will become more interesting much later on. So currently there's not much for us to do. Again, command room. So you may see here some faces you will see later on. It will take. I mean, see some faces. It will need some time until you see them again. I think Nadine was one of the new ones we got. So yeah, I completely forgot who they are because, well, they are pretty much interchangeable, which is an advantage because you can pick whomever you want, which I like very much. So this is what we can do here. Oh god, now I forgot how much I actually have to show you, so let me check this out. But I think there is only a skirmish waiting. This is the wrong part, excuse me for a moment. So I think this is actually for the next part, and I was showing off the first skirmish here. Yes, it seems that way. Ah, of course. So I was right. I was just showing off the first skirmish, but I completely forgot to show this off. This is the personal tab. You can see there is pretty much every person that we have met, and well, we have seen, not met. So there are also characters from the other side, which we have yet to see. And there we can see this is Lieutenant age 22, son of... So this is Balkan Gunther, Lieutenant age 22, son of the late European war hero General Balkan Gunther and leader of the Squad 7. While attending the university, his focus lay on animal sociology. When you first get this, you only go up to sociology. Yeah, you see the word there. And the more you use Vulcan in battles, the more you discover about him. Now we also get in secondary military education, he chose tank operation at university officer training. In addition, he earned credential as tank commander. And the same goes for other characters, so there you get some additional information. So we have about 8 minutes left, and there is no way I can fill 8 minutes with a skirmish. I will simply show the first skirmish off. This is the first mission over again, but this time we go from north to south until not unlike south to north. Here we hear Brew. So I will simply show off how you can do this very fast, and this part is unfortunately short. But maybe this is for the best, and you always want Alicia, Rosie and Largo, because they give you the points. Come on, no say. So I'm putting now down whom I want to have. Okay, they all seem to. Whom I want to have develop. Okay, let me put this differently. You see the piece there? There are the piece which have only one small bar that goes horizontal from left to right. These are personal traits that still can be unlocked, and what you have to do is simply use these characters. And maybe I should actually change swap my snipers out, and this is why I've tried to switch this around a little bit, although this is not important, not very much important, unless of course you want to have every personal trait and all the character profiles. Then you should swap them out all the time.
Let's drive these Imperials back out of Gallia. Squad 7, move out.
So in order to get the A rank, what you have to do is defeat the enemy in one turn, which is actually pretty easy. So let's move out with Welcome first. And there is a very simple reason for this. First off, we can use him to block a few of the shock trooper here. The second thing is we can use this mortar to kill the officer. the officer will give a bit of bonus experience and money, which is why I'm going to take him with me. Goodbye. Then we end his turn, and we switch over to Rosie.
Let's do this thing.
And the reason we switch over to Rosie is pretty simple. There are still a few enemies I would like to kill before I run through. Here with Alicia. You are one of the enemies who should die. There, goodbye. And the one who shot me from the right, or shot Rosie from the right there, this is another enemy that should definitely be defeated before Alicia comes along, because this fella here, he will deal a lot of damage to her. And yeah, good job, Rosie. Let's switch over to Alicia here and simply run through this. She will need 2 turns. Even if you're not, well, this is I think 1 or 2 levels higher than what I did this beforehand, so you don't need to be level 5 or 6 with your scouts. I mean, you see how far you can go, and even if I don't know how many AP you get from leveling up, so even a level 1 scout should travel this distance in merely 2 turns. So I learned from my past mistakes, I'm not going too close to him, because then for some reason you shoot right next to him despite aiming directly at his head. Kill him, because otherwise you cannot occupy the flag and occupy it. So this is it. This is how I do the skirmish, but it's not really that worth it. I mean, let's look at our results here. We get about 2000 CP, and I think I missed a... the one scout I simply ran away from, I think he was also a leader. So you get... This is pretty much nothing. I think we would need to do this 4 times to just get 1 class leveled up, so this is highly inefficient. Well, anyways, I would like to thank you for watching and hope you guys join me next time, where we will do several themes until the point where we can start the operation. So, until then, bye!